Hello everyone, welcome to this problem where we are going to dive into maximum weight ramp. So basically in this problem you receive as input an array of integer and you're supposed to find out the ramp. The ramp is actually, let's say, a range from A to B where these two conditions are respected. That means E will be less than G and the norm of A is actually less than norm of G. And then now we are asking you among all of the elements respecting this condition, which is the element or what is the length of the element with the greatest range. So in this case, for instance, we have 0 to 5 is actually the solution because the element here have an index which is less than the element here, and the value here is also less than the value here, and the difference is maximum, right? It's also true for here for those two elements, but just that with these two elements the ramp is actually 1, whereas with this element the ramp is actually 4. That is why this is the answer. So there are many approaches of solving this. What I will share with you is actually a sorting plus looping. So let me share with you my idea. Let's say I have this as input. I will have like an array of indexes which is actually keeping the index of all of the elements. And after this, I will sort my array of indexes based on the value. What does that mean? What is the element with the smallest value? Is 0. And then the index of 0 is actually 1. So this is the first one to appear. After 0, which one is the second element? Is 1. 1 is at position 4. So 4 is the second element to appear. After is 2. 2 is at position 3. So I will sort this. I will sort my indexes based on the value. Why am I doing that? Because if I'm sorting my indexes based on the value, that means when I will be looping here, all of the elements that I will see after here can be a valid ramp with the element before. So let's say this one can form a valid ramp with this. Some of the ramp will give you a negative value. That means you will not even consider those because you are going to check the maximum. But one thing interesting is that all of the elements that you are seeing here can form a solution with the element before them. And if you know that this one can form a solution with this and this one can form a solution with this one can form a solution with this, when you will be looping, you will just keep the minimum before any element, and the solution will actually be the solution of the element where you are when you will be looping minus the minimum, and that will be all. So first thing, you create the array of indexes. Second thing, you sort this. And third thing, you loop like this, and for each of the element you take now the index minus the minimum that you have seen so far, and then you update your minimum. Right? So let us dive into code of this. So to code of this, the first thing we said is we need to have our array of indexes, which can be achieved like this. So we are going to have like a vector of int indexes. That yes, you can do it this way, and then I loop. And for each of the elements, just say indexes dot push back of I. So this is done. We have the array of indexes. Now the next thing is to sort. Interesting. How do we sort? So now you need to sort. What do you need to sort? The indexes dot begin, indexes dot end, based on what? Based on you have int I, int G, and for this you need to check. So for the sorting, you need to sort based on the value of nums of I if they are different, and if they are actually equal. If you find two elements equal, the one that will appear first will be the one with the smallest, in fact the one coming first. So you just need to check if nums of I is actually different from nums of G. What you do is that you return nums of I less than nums of G. Otherwise you just return I less than G. So there's one thing interesting. whenever you are creating a custom sort function, and then in the custom sort function you are planning to use variable out of the function, you need to pass this as reference to tell them that okay, you want to use variable out of the sort function. So now after this you can have like int, you can have min index, which will be actually equal to n, and then you can have like your answer, which is equal to 0. And then now you are going to loop from name.size a plus plus, and for each of the element, what you're going to do, you are going to return the answer. And then you just need to say answer will be actually equal to the maximum of the answer we are having previously, I minus min index. I minus min index is actually the computation you are doing whenever you're moving, and then in case this one is actually greater than the previous maximum, it will take over. That is why I'm using the max function. And then I just need to say the min index, so I'm going to take the mean of the min index and index of I. I'm missing something. Okay, I'm missing something. This is not okay. Indexes of I. Why? Because you're not comparing I with min index, but you compare indexes of I with min index. Yeah, I get this. Oh, I just copy this like this, and I'm pasting it here. Okay, so I guess this is okay, and this should be able to work. Okay, I missed something here. Okay, this is actually name.size. Okay, it's working. Let us submit. Perfect, it's working. So this is my approach of solving this. I hope you do enjoy it. There are actually other approaches of solving this, more efficient, which are actually using monotonic stack or using two-pointer approach. So I'll be really happy to interact with you regarding this. If you feel like we need to dive into one of those approaches, don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comment, and I'll be really happy to interact with you regarding this. See you on the next video tomorrow. Ciao.